the host of this. And the topic given to me today is practical approach to starting an online business. Practical approach to starting an online business. So by that, we have to know what online business really is. So from my own definition, online business is a type of business that are run through the internet, or you can put it this way, online business is generally defined as a type of business that does not necessarily require a physical location to run. So it can be run through the website, the mobile app, social media platform like the WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Google. So the definition, I said might not necessarily require a physical location. Yes, in some areas in Nigeria, but sometimes I do try to tell people that you can have an online store and still have a physical store for pickup. It might not necessarily be a big shop or a big warehouse, just for pickup. Because I discovered that in Nigeria here, some people still doesn't trust you enough with their money regardless. So that is why I always tell people, make sure you are on the internet and have a very good digital footprint. Meaning that when you put your items out there, be convincing enough, be convincing enough. Like I've seen so many videos of people online can post items, but we can't see their face, they are faceless, and they don't have profile picture. You can't trace them. So when you are untraceable, then it's difficult for customers to negotiate with you or buy items from you. So that is it. Then we have two types of online businesses. We have businesses that sell products, like what I do, and businesses that provide services like rendering services. So that is another type of business. And the businesses that sell products, basically we call it the B2C, is a business to customers. And it is referred to the process of selling products and services directly between the business and the customers and the end users. Most companies that sell directly to the customers can be referred to as B2C companies, mainly buying and selling of items. Then for the second one, that is businesses that provide or render services. We have examples of those type of businesses, like anything from your local barber shop, your dentist, your salon. Those include your law firm, accounting firm, digital marketing agencies, healthcare providers. Those ones are rendering services. They are different from what I do, that is buying and selling, that is selling of products. So I hope with that you understand. So when you understand that, then you should be able to know what type of business you actually want to do. Number one, I'll tag this as practical approach to starting an online business. You have to select a business. Choose what you want to sell. Sometimes I think some people, when you ask them, what do you want to do? I just want to start a business. Yes, what do you want to sell? I don't know yet, but just give me the money and I want to start a business. Then it shows you are not ready. You have to know what exactly you want to sell. What do you want to do? That is your number one step of starting an online business. Then know your target audience. What I mean by target audience is which of this category of people am I targeting? What is on your mind when you want to sell your market? Who are you targeting? Is it the student? Is it the worker? Is it what? How do you the laborer? Which of these categories? Sometimes when you do audience targeting, like maybe on Facebook or Instagram, there's sometimes narrowing it down to even ages. Are you targeting between 25 to like 60? Are you targeting the male or the female? Are you targeting the nursing mother or the pregnant woman? So depending on what you want to sell, then who are your targeted audience? So it's going to narrow it down to whatever you are trying to sell. Then create a brand and identity. Create a brand and identity. When I started my business then, I didn't have the name, I didn't have the brand. But, you know, as time goes on, you know, I started my business, it was not an online business then. So, and that is about almost 2 decades now, like 18 years ago. So I just started, no name yet. So I'm just doing the business. But nowadays, when you want to start an online business, you have to know, have a brand identity. Like my brand identity now is Ambassador Salt. So most people just call me Ambassador. Then choose a logo and a name. You understand? Sometimes in my own category, I have Ambassador Salt. Some people use Ambassador. Sometimes I have another page that is Ambassador Kitchen. Do you understand? But it's still under Ambassador. Mainly the Ambassador Kitchen are for the food content creation that I do. You know, because of what I sell, kitchenware, kitchen items. So most of the time, I tend to use them to teach people on how it's being used. So, and sometimes I do content as well pertaining to the cooking or recipes. So that is Ambassador Kitchen. So when you have a brand identity, you have to choose a logo and a name, then set up your online store. When we started business then, we don't have this digital store. So most of the time we still do our business manually. I remember then, after the Nokia, Samsung, Sagem phone, I think we now started using BlackBerry. Yeah. So BlackBerry was what was the first mode of my own way of using the digital way of marketing, the online way. So when you have the BlackBerry then, only I think you can communicate with the people that also have the BlackBerry as well. We have the thing. So that thing, then we use that to communicate. Then after, we started linking it to the Facebook and other ones. Although they are there then, but we don't really know how to use it well. So as time goes on, the BlackBerry started the channel, before it was removed. So from the channel, you can see Ambassador Store. So I was able to put my content there. I will categorize it. This is what I do, like that. So that is how we started then before now. So again, I remember vividly, the Google then was telling me, sometimes maybe some people start you, so they are going to tell you, open a Google account. So which I did. So when you type in Ambassador Calls now on Google, you can easily see what I do. And where my location is going to, when you just type into Google Maps, it's going to take you to my location and you get my details there. So that's another form of digital marketing in an online business setting. Then number 4, require knowledge to run your business. Yeah, this is quite important because so many people jump into businesses and they really don't know what to do. So, but nowadays we have seminars, we have conferences. You can even go online, go to YouTube. You try to get more information about the type of businesses you are running on or how it is being done. Like recently, about 2 years now, I've been doing bread making. And when I wanted to start, I actually started domestically, like what I want to do in the house, when the rate of bread sales in Nigeria was getting, from I think 200 to 400. The 400 naira now, I think I'm buying it about 700 or 800. So it was too much. So I just felt I have oven, I have this, I have that. I can make my own bread. But I discovered that the first attempt, I didn't really get it very well. The second attempt, I didn't get it very well. Then the third attempt, I went online, took some tips, and I was able to get it. But for my dream bread making, I was able to discover the way you prepare or you make a commercial bread is different from the way you make a domestic bread or whatever small homemade bread. So there are two different ways of making bread. The commercial level, what you use and how to use it to bake and how to use it for your own use. So those are things, because sometimes when I teach on that level as well, you have to differentiate that. You want to be doing just small scale at home or in a larger scale, which is commercial. So acquired knowledge on how to run your business is very important. And sometimes you even need to tell people, you can have good mentors, maybe somebody you've been following for a while, how this person is doing the business, silently, just approach, and you can get more knowledge from that. And thoroughly research your competition. It's sometimes really important, because whatever you are doing, most times somebody else has done it before, and sometimes somebody has done it and maybe the person is no longer doing it. You have to find out why did the person stop. Then in competition, what is this person doing differently from what I am doing? That is important. Like me, I have my own style. In fact, my own style is so funny. You understand? Because why I said my own style is funny, because most people felt, because he's a businesswoman, maybe the way he's going to be doing the business is quite different from the way the Gen Z are doing businesses now. You understand? So my whole style is different, because most times I'm on the old school level, and the most important thing is I'll pass my message across to you and you understand perfectly. I don't need to be naked. I don't need to dance too much or shake my bum bum for you to understand what exactly I'm trying to tell to you. You understand? So your style might be different from the way other people are doing here. But what I tell people, 30 seconds of my video, when you run it from 10 seconds, you already know what exactly I'm trying to pass my message across to you. Then you write a business plan. It's not everybody that knows how to write a business plan, but just look for a way to run that too. Then make your business official. What I mean by making your business official is, most of the time, I really don't have, I have my name on Facebook with my real name, but most of the time, most people know me as my business name. So Ambassador Stores on Facebook, Ambassador Stores on Instagram, Ambassador Stores on TikTok, Ambassador Stores on LinkedIn, Ambassador Stores on Twitter, Ambassador Stores on YouTube. So you can see that. So it is official. So when you are saying the Ambassador Stores, you are saying me as well. So that is it. Then set up a business website. So if you don't have a website, you can just follow that digital way of marketing your business. Then you go from there. So another key, we have tips to grow your online businesses. Number one, certify your niche and develop a unique brand. I've spoken before about that. You see, branding is really important. Branding. Sometimes last year, I was one of the judges in an event here in Illinois, And we were to give out the grant. So the guy that actually won the 1 million naira grant, I think for my own way, the branding was one of the first thing that I noticed, you know. You know, there are ways to do your branding, especially what people are going to consume, what people are going to be eating. It should be well detailed, you know, and neat and unique. So with that alone, from my own way, I was able to give him a very good mark. So your branding, your unique brand, it doesn't really need to be a big way of branding yourself. That is just your identity. That is what I tell people. That is why most times I tell people, please, when you are choosing a business name, choose a name that we can call. Or choose a name that when we call that name, we know what we're talking about. Because sometimes we struggle with some names, you know, it's too long and we can't even pronounce them. So your branding is really important. Then number two, know your audience well. I talked about that earlier. You see, this audience thing is really, really important. 18 years of doing business, I've met so many audiences. Do you know we have different audience on Facebook, different groups of some people on Facebook. We have another audience entirely on Instagram. There are some people you see on Instagram, you can't see them on Facebook. Yeah, those are our audiences. And we have another word. When I call it another word entirely, that one is on Twitter, on TikTok. Yes. You know, TikTok, initially when they started, was supposed to be an entertainment way of doing things, you know, for entertainment. Just go and dance, listen to music and do duets. But now, it's for marketing, you know. When you are looking for something, you can't find it everywhere. Go to TikTok, you find it. Yes. So when you have different audiences, then sometimes the Facebook is more of old school, but I still get my customers there. I have another customer level on Instagram, although Instagram is a big city and you have to be very careful because those are where the money storing fees are. Your enemy is on Instagram. They can easily monitor you very well and your competitors. So the TikTok, if you know how to go about it and use good content for that, you can reach your level. You know, on TikTok, I think in February or in March, I just got an email and they were like, there's a video that went viral, the bread making video, and you reached 1 million views. I said, I go. I went there and I had 1 million views. Really 1 million people saw that post. That is on TikTok. So out of the 1 million, approximately, let me just say, I was able, from that video, I was able to sell about some items to about 500 people from that video. Approximately, they are more than that. Because when they want to buy from TikTok, they are always referring to that video. So that is how you know what is going on. So, number three, focus on your content making and marketing. Yeah. So that is where the real thing is. You want to be a businesswoman, you can be outspoken to a level, not I here because they are selling market. Sometimes I have been able to teach some group of ladies, especially the Gambian ladies. Sometimes maybe they are shy, I don't even understand. But some of them will say they can't market. Sometimes some ladies will say they can't speak good English. I said, check the Yoruba one now. I now show them a video or some of my videos that I did voiceover or I did them in Yoruba, not small Yoruba, in my dialect, in my language. Those videos go viral. And those videos bring customers to know. You understand? There was a particular video I did on, I think, Portable Stone. I did the English version and the Yoruba version. From the Yoruba version, I was able to sell 60 pieces of that stone. You will think everybody on my page don't know how to speak English or don't understand English, but because I spoke it in my dialect, I am marketing to my people. The people that understand what I am saying. It's not the English people that will buy from me. Yes, they do buy from us, but it is limited. So if you are in a locality and a particular language or dialect is being spoken, sometimes I encourage you to pick that and use it. If it is broken, use it now. So far, your message is being passed. So that is where the content making comes from. So you should be able to do your videos in a language you are comfortable with. No big English, no big grammar. But sometimes we just put so much stress on ourselves, and it's going to affect business and marketing as well. You understand? So regardless of what you are doing or what you are selling, make sure to a level you are able to pass the message across to you. I do most of my videos myself. In fact, 99% of my videos I do myself. I don't ask my staff to do my videos for me because sometimes they are all making one mistake, or I just feel like, no, this is not what I told you to do. Even sometimes when I have them to do the recording for me, I'm always correcting so many things. So to avoid that, I have to get some phone stands, ring lights, so that I can do it myself the way I want to do it. So sometimes you just invest more on those things and you're good to go. So you have to focus on your content making and marketing. Nobody is going to market your business for you. You have to be the one to market it yourself. So, and number 4, invest in video marketing. Yes, you can do picture marketing, it's okay. But from my own experience, the video marketing works faster for me to make money. Business and we buy items, the Chinese people, Turkish people, they are going to send their own video to us and we use it to do our own. We post it the way they are sent it to us, we post it. Sometimes I've seen some people ask me, Madam, do you really have this thing? And I'll just be like, hey, you told me post. They say, no, we want to see that you are the one. So I have to start doing those videos myself. So you can just imitate what the Chinese people have done and do your own video yourself. It boosts marketing and people have more confidence that you really have that product that you're selling. Then number 5, use paid media to increase your reach. It is important most times, but sometimes depending on how you're able to narrow it down. You understand? That is the number 2 I talked about, knowing your target audience. If you don't know your target audience, even if you spend $1,000 in video or doing your marketing or doing your advert, and it doesn't reach where it's supposed to reach, then your reach is not going anywhere. So you have to understand, it's just a process and a way of doing business. Then you establish partnerships. Sometimes I've seen some people, ambassador, please, can you do this marketing something for us? And